This is News 3 Now at 10.
First tonight, we're following breaking news. The eastbound Beltline has been closed down completely. You can see that stretch there in red right around West Broadway on the city's south side. A group of protesters got on the Beltline a few hours ago, eventually making their way to where they are right now.
And it appears they may be there for a while. Our Adam Duxter is on the scene with what's going on. Adam?
Well, this protest started as a car caravan shortly after 7:30 today, and that group of about 25 to 30 cars made their way down the eastbound side of the Beltline before stopping just past the Broadway exit. So you can see those cars there between the Planet Fitness and the Walmart Supercenter here in Monona. And the people have gotten out of their cars. In fact, there's grilling and music going on right now. But one person I spoke with just a moment ago says this is for Elliot Johnson, a 24-year-old known as Ello, who died following a police chase in Monona a week ago today. Now, that death has since launched a state DOJ investigation where police say they did not fire a single shot, but rather claim Johnson shot himself. Johnson's family, who we've interviewed here on News 3 in the past couple of days, say they have a hard time believing that. Now, protesters, again, are out here tonight, and one person I spoke with says they'll be out here as long as it takes, even going as far as to say that for some of the folks who are out here tonight to leave, they have to be made to leave. But again, if you are headed down the Beltline eastbound, you are not going to get very much farther than John Nolan before you're rerouted by police.
All right, Adam Duxter live tonight. Be sure to stay with News 3 Now on air and online, channel3000.com for the latest updates on this developing story.
Next at 10, while many schools throughout the state started the year online, some are still attempting to navigate in-person learning through this pandemic. Earlier today, Adam Duxter looked into what a Rock County school district is doing in order to keep its students and families safe.
Well, just a week from tomorrow, Roosevelt Elementary as well as Craig High School in Janesville will return to in-person learning. And while it took just a few days for the schools to close down for coronavirus concerns the first time around, they're hopeful a new tool will help things go smoothly from here.
And there's a lot of people that think that we may have closed a school because there were 2 cases of COVID-19, and it's just not the case. It's not just the positive cases. It's the students that have to quarantine. It's the staff members that have to quarantine.
School District of Janesville spokesperson Patrick Gasper says ever since 2 schools were forced to close last Monday, the district has been working on finding a way to reopen safely. But cases in the county are quickly stacking as Rock County posted 55 new cases today, a single-day record, meaning Gasper and the district are left to do their own contact tracing.
When you start going into who are close contacts of those students and who are low risk of that student, that's when you start getting into the hundreds.
But today the district is unveiling a new COVID dashboard they hope can help with tracking and transparency. It shows SDJ currently has 15 students and 7 teachers sick with COVID. But of those 22 positive cases, nearly 300 close contacts are now being made to quarantine, and close to 1,000 students and staff are being monitored for symptoms.
What's happening in the schools is reflective of what's happening in the community, and so they have to deal with the entire county. We're just helping them with what's happening in our schools.
It's estimated more than 500 people in Rock County currently have the coronavirus, the highest mark since the pandemic started in March. But Gasper says through this tracing done by the district and through putting the information out there, school can still reopen safely. And that coronavirus dashboard will be updated once a week for the entire school year. We've got a link that takes you right to it on our website, channel3000.com. In Janesville, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
Elsewhere in Rock County, 1 positive case of COVID has been confirmed at Milton High School. The building will stay open for in-person learning.
And the Darlington Elementary and Middle Schools will switch to virtual next week after 2 more people in the district tested positive. According to a post on its website, the district says teachers will use tomorrow to prepare for that switch. Virtual learning will last for 2 weeks starting on Monday. Around the state, there were more than 2,000 new cases today. 4 more people have died, bringing that total now to more than 1,260. During a press conference this afternoon, Governor Tony Evers provided an update on the state response. Today, he says more money will be heading to colleges and universities as the state continues to see an increase in cases on campuses.
So in addition to the funding and support for testing and contact tracing on our UW campuses that we have previously announced, today we announced an additional $8 million for our private colleges and universities across the state to support their testing efforts. But Wisconsin, we need everyone to do their part, especially our young people.
There are 58 new cases reported today in connection with UW-Madison. 32 are off campus and 26 are on campus. Beginning Saturday, the UW will resume some in-person activities, included limited in-person instruction and some operations in the unions and libraries. While the Wisconsin football team will return to the field at Camp Randall next month, the Badger Band will not. The Big Ten announced today that bands will not participate in this year's football season. In a statement, the Badger Band said it returned to in-person instruction yesterday and will look for other ways to perform for the campus community.
Let's get a look at our first warn forecast now. Here's meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
Mild temperatures this afternoon, but it came along with some rain showers. Thankfully, the rain's clearing out for us overnight. Here's a look at our radar over the last 3 hours. Much of the rain for the last few hours has been well north of Dane County. Things should actually start to clear up a little bit as we head into tomorrow morning. Partly cloudy skies expected by daybreak. Temperatures were in the mid to low 70s for afternoon highs. Tomorrow, it will be even more mild. We're right back up to the upper 70s, and we are going to stay in the 70s through the weekend. Sunshine back in the forecast for Friday, but we do have a chance for showers in this weekend and as we look ahead to next week. But next week's going to bring along a big temperature swing in a cooler direction. But we'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
Vice President Mike Pence was back in Wisconsin today, this time visiting the northwestern part of the state. He, along with Labor Secretary Jean Scalia and Ivanka Trump, arrived in Eau Claire this morning. From the airport, the three traveled to Midwest Manufacturing to tour the facility. President Trump hit two battleground states in the South, Florida and North Carolina, where he signed an executive order outlining his health care plan priorities.
The campaign stops come as the president is also getting pushback from lawmakers over his refusal to commit to a peaceful transition of power if he loses in November. Deborah Alfarone on Capitol Hill with more.
The president took the campaign stage in Jacksonville, Florida.
We're going to win Florida. We're going to win 4 more years in the White House.
Earlier, the president laid out his health care vision in North Carolina.
We're delivering better care with more choice at a much lower cost.
The White House is dealing with fallout after President Trump refused to commit to a peaceful transition of power if he loses the November 3rd election.
We want to make sure the election is honest, and I'm not sure that it can be.
The reaction from Capitol Hill was swift and decisive.
There will be a very peaceful transition.
If he loses, he is going to leave office, because we are going to defend American democracy.
The president also continues to attack mail-in voting efforts with unsubstantiated claims of major fraud. Those claims, though, were contradicted by the FBI director at a Senate hearing.
We have not seen, historically, any kind of coordinated national voter fraud effort in a major election, whether it's by mail or otherwise. We have seen voter fraud at the local level from time to time.
The Trump campaign has mounted legal challenges to mail-in voting in several states, and those cases could make it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. The president and first lady were heckled while paying their respects to the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. President Trump will name her successor this Saturday, and he's pushing to get a Senate confirmation vote before the November election. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Today, the U.S. Senate passed a resolution by unanimous consent to reaffirm its commitment to a peaceful transfer of power.
The U.S. Labor Department reports 870,000 more Americans filed for first-time unemployment last week as stimulus talks have essentially stalled in Washington. Last week's figure, which is seasonally adjusted, is up very slightly from the previous week. Another 12.6 million Americans filed for continued jobless claims last week. A box filled with mail, including absentee ballots, were found in a ditch in Greenville earlier this week. According to a spokesperson with the United States Postal Service and the Allegheny County Sheriffs, the mail was found on State Highway 96 and County Highway CB. The mail was in transit to a post office. The Office of the Inspector General will now conduct an investigation into what happened.
Madison police have arrested a man in connection with a fatal crash on Mineral Point Road last week. 18-year-old Maurice Chandler faces several charges of first-degree reckless homicide. That crash happened Thursday about 7 p.m. at the intersection of Mineral Point Road at Grand Canyon Drive. Traffic specialists are looking to speak with anyone who saw the incident or helped at the the scene. An overnight curfew is in place right now in Louisville for the second night. Protests in the city turned violent last night, including 2 officers shot after a grand jury decision to not indict any officers in the Breonna Taylor case. A memorial for her is growing now in Jefferson Square. Rallies during the day today seem to remain fairly calm. The Louisville Police Department says it made 127 arrests yesterday.
Authorities in Ohio are looking for a man who escaped police custody during his court hearing. Nicholas Garrison was being sentenced on drug charges on Tuesday in Cincinnati. He was found guilty of aggravated possession of meth. But moments before his sentencing, the 33-year-old took off with officers right behind him. One deputy dove headfirst over a stair railing to try to catch him. That deputy ended up with a concussion and 4 broken ribs. Hillsborough police are still looking for Garrison. The prostitution charges against New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft have been dropped. The prostitution charges against the New England Patriots owner was one of dozens of patrons caught on secret cameras receiving illicit massages at a West Palm Beach spa in January of 2019. A month later, he was charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of soliciting prostitution. Kraft pleaded not guilty and apologized, saying he hurt and disappointed his family.
Still to come tonight, a look at your full forecast as we inch closer to the weekend, plus a preview of a fundraiser tomorrow night for the UW Carbone Cancer Center, reminding us the battle against cancer continues even during a global pandemic. That's next.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the exhibition hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know it needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
It's Ford Truck Month, and if this is your kind of day, and this is your kind of truck, then this is your month. Ford Truck Month. Now, get great deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 43 years.
Like a $279 a month lease on the Bill Ford Tough F-150 STX. See your Ford dealer today.
Welcome to the Del Bar. One visit and you'll fall in love. A supper club you'll adore. 3 generations and a Wisconsin tradition for over 75 years. We are now open, so take a drive. We would love to have you come and dine with us. The Del Bar, since 1943, Wisconsin Dells.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
But they've got the experience. I'm still in shock 3 or 4 years later that we're in this position now.
November can't come fast enough because there are families that need help now.
There is no good reason, if you are able to vote, not to vote.
We need to, right? We need to have individuals that are in office like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Good governance makes a difference.
To the thousands who did not vote, we need you to show up for our future and for our country.
That's right. You cannot sit on the sidelines. You got to get in the game.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the exhibition hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Madison protesters are planning another rally in the aftermath of an indictment in the Breonna Taylor case. How it might impact your weekend plans. Plus, your weekend forecast seeing a big change-up. Hattie's timing out the rain for us Friday morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And welcome back. We want to get an update on the protest happening right now on the Beltline, forcing police to close it down. Adam Duxter live on the scene with the update. Adam.
Yeah, Eric, in the last 10, 15 minutes or so, we have seen at least 1 or 2 cars leave, but we've also seen some people coming and going. And I would say at this point, there is still about 15 to 20 cars, maybe even 25 here on the Beltline headed eastbound. And again, this is just past the Broadway exit, so closer to the Planet Fitness and the Walmart Supercenter here in Monona. And again, some of the folks I spoke with earlier tonight say this is for Elliot Johnson, a 24-year-old who died a week ago today following a police chase in Monona. And again, we spoke to Johnson's family just a couple of days ago. You can find that story and all that background for why there's so many folks out here tonight on the Beltline. That's up on our website, channel3000.com.
Next tonight, UW Health and the UW School of Medicine and Public Health are celebrating World Cancer Research Day. They say while COVID-19 has changed a lot of things about healthcare and research, it has not changed the urgent need for innovative, groundbreaking cancer research. UW Health and UW Carbone Cancer Center are taking part in several creative events that are focused on overcoming the barriers of the pandemic to drive continued support for cancer research. And this month is especially meaningful to those fighting cancers that affect the women in our lives.
Through its annual Sparkle of Hope Gala, the Carbone Cancer Center's Division of Gynecologic Oncology is raising funds virtually this year and also reminding women to know and never ignore the cancer warning signs, even during a global pandemic.
I think a lot of our patients were very afraid of coming to the hospital.
Fighting cancer and saving lives is hard enough without a global pandemic.
Once we adjusted, we figured out how to make it safe for people in the clinic. We moved to kind of a new model where we see people in the clinic when we need to.
Through it all, the staff at UW's Division of Gynecologic Oncology at the Carbone Cancer Center hasn't lost focus.
We did pick up the pieces. We know COVID-19 limited our patients' access to us.
And we really actually encourage people to come in for any symptoms that are concerning to them.
As caregivers put their head down and work through it, they want patients to continue to be vigilant when it comes to their own bodies.
Women know when something's not quite right. So it's really important that they pay attention to those symptoms and get them checked out by their primary doctor or their gynecologist if something's abnormal.
You don't have to be present in person to the hospital, but you should be always present with your physician and with your care provider to talk about the things that matter to you the most.
With all their advancements, paying attention to those early warning signs is still the best defense against GYN cancers.
One of my messages today is make sure that you do call or phone or come in and see a doctor when you have abnormal symptoms, because this is GYN Cancer Awareness Month, and we want to make sure people are getting their routine cancer screenings.
GYN Cancer Awareness Month also means their annual fundraiser, Sparkle of Hope, which this year is all virtual, raising funds that have made a life-saving difference now for over a decade.
All of those resources helps and adds to reach a point where cancer will be no more, and I will be the first one to be happy to say that I lost my job, and that will be the day where we'll all celebrate.
We really have an entire team of people. When someone gets a diagnosis of a cancer like this, it's serious, and we need to kind of wrap our arms around them and their family and help them through.
Sparkle of Hope has raised over $1 million to fight GYN cancers over the past 13 years. If you'd like to help the cause and learn more, join us for our virtual gala tomorrow. Just go to sparkleofhope.org. It starts at 7 p.m.
And here's meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana, I was driving today, and it looked like confetti of gold leaves falling on my car.
It's starting to become like that for us in Dane County. We're still certainly nowhere near peak colors. A few counties further north, they're starting to get more in that 25 to 50% category. A few in that 50 to maybe 80 or 90%. So the colors certainly appearing. But again, you have to go pretty far north to get that beautiful view right now. They've had colder temperatures, and that's what's really going to help our colors change as we look ahead to next week when our temperatures finally start to drop. Our radar right now, fairly quiet. A few isolated showers still well north of Dane County. We might see a few more stray raindrops pass through after a bit of a showery afternoon. Much of this rain accumulation for our area underneath a 1/10 of an inch, maybe a 1/4 of an inch for some folks. Higher amounts towards Prairie du Chien and west of La Crosse. So not a big rain event for us. No high accumulation totals, but right now the ground is so dry that just a little bit of a drink was a good thing. This was all right right along a stationary front that sagged south. Didn't really impact our temperatures today, but it did bring that rain along with it right along the front with, again, the heavier showers really on that western edge. That's going to continue to pull east. We'll be back to sunny skies tomorrow before some rain chances start to develop looking ahead to Saturday. Overnight will become partly cloudy by daybreak, and then for tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny skies expected for Friday. High temperatures will be in the upper 70s with quite a breeze coming in from the south, so a very mild afternoon. Again, upper 70s is kind of mid-August temperature, so it will feel a little nice and pleasant outside, and then again, the cooler faller weather will build in for next week. Cloudy skies for Saturday. We do have the chance for showers on Saturday. Seems likely a lot of the heavier rain is going to stay north of us, but we're still going to keep that chance in there in the afternoon. Again, cloudy with temperatures in the upper 70s, so another very, very mild day. Then we head into October. Quite likely that we're going to see temperatures below average as we look at that 8 to 14 day outlook. Also quite likely that we're going to see drier conditions as our precipitation outlook leaning in that below average side of things also throughout the plains in the Midwest. Tomorrow about 78 for a high in Madison. Skies will become mostly sunny in the afternoon. It's also going to be breezy with wind speeds anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance for showers on Saturday. Temps will be in the upper 70s. Sunday we still hold on to the 70s with partly sunny skies. There's a slight chance for showers late in the day on Sunday. Then it cools down just a little bit. Mid-60s for our highs on Monday with showers. We'll see showers again on Tuesday with highs staying close to 60 degrees. But by Wednesday and Thursday, we're in the mid-50s for afternoon highs with overnight lows dropping to the upper 30s. And we'll stay there for the upper 30s for overnight lows for several days. So a consistent little cool trend. That should shock some plants into giving us some color.
Yeah, things are about to change. Hey, we got to give a shout out to a special friend of ours, Gary Canalti. 30 years ago today was Gary's first day with us. A hearty congrats to him on this long stint with us. And
in 30 years, it's his first day off now.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Gary.
And he can't stand it. That's the crazy part.
He's actually in a tent out on the patio. We just locked him out there. That way he couldn't get in.
Yeah, Gary, enjoy your day off. I know the Cubs lost today 7-0.
Don't tell him, though.
Celebrate, Gary. Celebrate. We're
like
grateful
he doesn't know.
to all you do, Gary. And congrats on 30 years.
Thank you, Gary.
Just ahead, Sports and Brewers playing for their postseason lives. Could they perhaps make some noise in St. Louis and get back to the 500 mark? Zach will join us next. He has sports.
This one is News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Transform your space with Menards. Organize your home with our great selection of Designer's Image closet systems. They're available in 3 finishes to match your style. With features like hanging rods, shelves, drawers, and more, Designer's Image wooden closet systems are the perfect solution to all of your storage needs. Right now, save 11% on all Designer's Image wooden closet systems at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Today, I stand here to announce my bid. I'm pledging that everyone gets 35% off store-wide, and you can get an extra $100, $200, or even $300. Because at Steinhafels, the more you buy, the more you save. So come on down to Steinhafels and exercise your right to quality furniture.
Right now, you can get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2020 Toyota RAV4. To learn more about this and other great offers, visit Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The chief actuary of the Social Security Administration just released an analysis of Trump's planned cuts to Social Security. Under Trump's plan, Social Security would become permanently depleted by the middle of calendar year 2023. If Trump gets his way, Social Security benefits will run out in just 3 years from now. Don't let it happen. Joe Biden will protect Social Security.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Join Anytime Fitness on Tuesday, October 6th during our 12-hour sale and literally only pay what you can. It's our way of helping you get back to making healthy happen. Pay what you can on Tuesday, October 6th at Anytime Fitness.
We're back.
We got to-go food.
Oh, good. What a treat after a long week and no cleanup.
When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit MadisonMagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, sponsored by the Wisconsin Beef Council.
I guess there is still cleanup to do.
Away from your TV? Not a problem. Get breaking news, weather alerts, and political coverage from the award-winning News 3 Now team. Plus, all things Madison. Stay connected anywhere with Channel 3000, Madison's #1 digital news source.
Last night after losing to the Reds, Craig Counsell said he thinks the Brewers will have to win at least 3, probably 4 against the Cardinals to get into the playoffs. Remember, they've only got 5 games left in the regular season. So not an ideal situation, but doable for Milwaukee. 4th inning, they're down a run. Tyrone Taylor smacks one through the infield, and Jed Jerko comes on home to score and ties the game up at 1. But in the bottom of the frame, the Redbirds would answer. Dylan Carlson sends a 2-run shot into the seats and right. This one's still going on. Cardinals up 4-1 in the 8th inning. Devontae Adams didn't practice today, but Kenny Clark did. Now in a limited fashion, and we're still a long ways away from kickoff, but that would be a huge boost for the Packers defense because remember who they're playing? Drew Brees and the Saints. And it's an offense that's been at or near the top of the league in over the last couple seasons. So the Pack know they can't do what they did against the Lions in the first quarter.
Well, the ball comes out extremely fast. I feel like they've always had a great run game. They've got playmakers all over the field. Obviously, you got a Hall of Fame quarterback.
We got to start fast. We got to stay fast. We got to finish strong. We just can't have any lapses, or we can't have any up and down moments, any roller coaster moments where we start off good and, we have our dips and then we come back up. We got to kind of, reach our peak and stay there and keep on rising.
It's year 3 of the Jesse Norris era at Edgewood, and it's also a youth movement. The Crusaders have only 5 seniors on this year's squad, so varsity experience is a little limited. But Norris isn't worried because at Edgewood, there's a saying that the Crusaders live by. Hold the rope, and if each guy does it, they'll be all right come Friday night.
The main thing is doing your job, especially when no one asks of it. But also, of course, it's what you do when no one's watching. And we've definitely bought into that.
You got to do your job. Yep. You got to do what's expected of you, and you got to be able to trust the others to do their job as well, because I'm relying on that person to get their job done. And on the flip side, I'm relying on that person not let go.
And 15 years ago today, Barry Alvarez and company welcomed 13th-ranked Michigan to Camp Randall for the Big Ten opener. And with 30 seconds to go, John Stocco ran the QB sneak to perfection and upset the Wolverines to give Coach Alvarez a win over Big Blue in his final season with the Badgers. We're back after this.
Welcome to the Del Bar. One visit and you'll fall in love. A supper club you'll adore. 3 generations and a Wisconsin tradition for over 75 years. We are now open, so take a drive. We would love to have you come and dine with us. The Del Bar, since 1943, Wisconsin Dells.
Looking for the best brands, the best selection, all at the best prices? Then Denver Mattress has you covered. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Eurotop for only $299.99. Or take 10% off all Casper mattresses, any size, any model. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping right to your door. Shop the best of the best at the best prices. Only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
Your family has a wide range of personalities. And so does ours. With Volkswagen's wide range of SUVs, you can all ride together. Or not. Click, call, or come by your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing for 60 months on 2020 Atlas Cross Sport models.
Right now, get free delivery with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. That's right, get free delivery in September when you order Hy-Vee Aisles Online. You'll find more time slots available so you can get your groceries when you need them. The freshest items, your favorite brands, and the same prices and deals as in store. Plus, unlimited delivery is available with the Hy-Vee Aisles Online membership. Get free, no-contact delivery in September from our delivery partner, DoorDash. Download the Hy-Vee Grocery app today.
I was sworn into the United States Senate in a hospital. My wife and daughter had been killed in an automobile crash. And lying in the bed were my 2 little boys. I couldn't have imagined what it would have been like if I didn't have insurance to cover them immediately and fully. 40 years later, one of those little boys, my son Bo, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, given months to live. I can't fathom what would have happened if the insurance companies had the power to say, last few months you're on your own. The fact of the matter is, healthcare is personal to me. Obamacare is personal to me. When I see the President of the United States try to eliminate this healthcare in the middle of a public health crisis, that's personal to me too. We've got to build on what we did because every American deserves affordable healthcare. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Donate your winter coats to Coats for Kids.
An update now to our breaking news. A group of protesters still on the Beltline forcing police to close down the eastbound lanes. This is near West Broadway. The group has been out there for several hours now. Started as a slow-moving caravan until they stopped just outside the Walmart on the south side. We'll continue to follow this developing story online tonight at channel3000.com. Let's go to Dana. Final check of the forecast.
We're back to sunshine tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies for the afternoon. High temperatures will be in a very mild spot in the upper 70s. Saturday, we stay in the upper 70s with a chance for showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm in the late afternoon and evening. Sunday should be mostly dry with a slight chance, and then it gets a little cooler outside, a little more fall-like, with temperatures dropping down into the mid-60s on Monday, upper 50s for afternoon highs on Tuesday with a chance for showers. And then we'll get a little more sunshine by the end of the week, but high temperatures will be in the 50s. And overnight lows will be in the upper 30s consistently for a few mornings in a row. So it'll be a little chilly.
Dana, thank you, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.